Hey y'all, just checking in for my accountability piece here with YouTube. Please forgive my nighttime, ready to go to bed hair. So last week I started with the first 2 days of the week, made sure to do my exercise program, did that. It was great. And then I didn't do it again for the rest of the week, which is totally my MO. Yesterday, I had some conversation and got a video from a good friend of mine who really was able to inspire me and to motivate me to get off my duff and get into to do that exercise. So I did do that yesterday, and I did it today again using Justin Augustine's video, on my app. So using that app, and so today and yesterday was actually, I went ahead and I started where I left off. So I actually started with, it's the combat cardio. So it's really lightweight. It's almost like, what Taibo used to be. And so just doing a little bit of that. And that seems to be more motivating for me than, I've never been an aerobics person. I have zero rhythm, and anything that I have to try to put stuff together that looks like a dance, I'm not going to be able to do it. So, and it all goes way too fast for me to be able to get the right steps in the right order. It stresses me out, and so it's just not a good thing for me. So doing this with the Justin Augustine app, fantastic. I highly recommend it if you are, if you have been sedentary, or if you, if you are not coordinated, like I'm not coordinated, and if you just are ready for just a little something. So I highly recommend it. I'll go ahead and put his name down, just so that you can kind of see the spelling of his name, or if you're not, for whatever reason, not able to find it. But yes, I was able to do that, and I liked it so much that I actually did it both days. Even though he's got the weekly set up for us, I went ahead and I just did it the 2 days in a row. So there was that. I actually had a counseling session today, this afternoon, and I talked with her a little bit about, I know I had mentioned here that really it's not just accountability with just the exercising piece, or just the food stuff. I feel like my entire life I just am in need of that accountability to get stuff done. So she and I had talked about that and trying to figure out ways to get me into a habit of doing that. So I tend to be very all or nothing. And then that ends up being nothing. So if I can't do everything and I can't do it all at once, then I will just do nothing, which is completely counterintuitive to being successful, or the whole idea of progress, not perfection. So she and I had that conversation today and decided that one of the other areas where I struggle, especially now after surgery, is making sure that I have our meals planned, that we have foods set up, or have gone shopping, or put together a shopping list to make sure that we know what our menus or meals are going to be for the week, just to make things easier for myself and for my husband. My husband works 12-hour shifts a lot of time, and I believe that if I am not working in a difficult, on my feet, hard job for 12 hours a day, that I, as his spouse, should be willing and desirous of helping to take care of him by having something cooked for him, or having a meal or foods prepared or ready to be prepared for him, like fish sticks or just frozen fish planks, chicken nuggets, anything that he can eat, just being able to have that, as opposed to waiting until he gets home and going, what do you think you'd like to have for dinner? So, not to mention that he's diabetic and has to have food when his sugar begins to fall. So, so making sure that I am setting us up for success, and for health. So that was what she and I talked about. And my goal this week is to at least plan for 3 days worth of meals. So that would entail me looking through what do we currently have in our freezers, what types of meals can I prepare with that, what do I have in the pantry that I need to help make those meals. You get the deal. But doing that for at least 3 days this week. And then after that, if we want to go and get something out, we can. If we, are going to have leftovers, we can. But just being responsible for that piece and knowing that someone is taking care of that, instead of us, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? Well, don't start that again. So yeah, that's where I am at. So I think I just kind of went down a little rabbit hole there, but as far as the bariatric and the amount of weight I've lost, I'm not sure that I mentioned it in my last, but I had my 2-week appointment, my 2-month appointment last week. And at that point, I was down about 35, according to the office records. So that's the official weight loss. But for my home scale, I'm really right about that 40 pounds. So there's about a 5 or 6 pound difference between home and at the office there. Now, I have been in a stall for several weeks, for probably 3 weeks. So I'm hoping that with getting the exercise going, and making sure that I'm having those good foods, like tonight I just had not a protein bar, but a breakfast bar with extra protein. Total difference, because protein bars kind of suck. Unless you have ideas for a good one. If you have ideas for a good one and you feel like leaving a comment with that, please do, because I'm always looking for things that aren't terrible to eat. And so I did get where are you? This is what I had a Kind Energy breakfast bar. So that's what I had. And it does have extra protein in it. It has 10 grams of protein. That is the other piece. So once I get, getting this exercise added to my routines daily, and then making sure that I'm doing that 60 to 90 grams of protein, which I'm also not doing. I think I'm able to see in my hair, because it's kind of thinning a little bit, that I'm not doing enough protein. So I need the protein and probably get some biotin in this week too. And after my visit with the doctor, I did get some chewable vitamins. So my bariatric vitamins, which is everything. So they pack everything in there. So I got some chewable ones, as well as calcium. And those are making things far easier. I'm not forgetting those near as much as what I had with taking pills, because it's just frustrating and it gets tiring to have to take all those pills all the time. Anyway, all right, so I've kind of babbled on. It's like one giant run-on sentence. So I'll leave it there. So the bottom line is, day 2, this week of exercises in the books. Actually looking forward to doing another combat cardio tomorrow. Those seem to really be my sweet spot, so I'll do that. Continuing to be steady with my vitamins, because that was where I was really needing some accountability as well. And then I'm adding on to those two things, adding on to making sure that I'm prepping for at least 3 days worth of meals for myself and my husband. So, all right, I think that's about it. I hope you have all a great night whenever you watch this. I hope it's fantastic. All right, thanks, y'all. Bye.